Alright guys, welcome to my first video of my channel. This video is going to be about 5 edible plants that you can find in the UK this time of year. They're going to be really common. You've probably seen most of them before, so we're going to see what we can find. So this is my first video. I've not written a script, as you can probably tell, but let's see how this YouTube thing goes. If it goes well, then hopefully I get a few subscribers. If not, then I'm just going to look a bit silly, but I'm doing this to more teach myself about bushcraft in the UK and how to survive. But hopefully in doing that I can teach some other people a few survival techniques and how to survive in the wilderness. So let's see how it goes. Let's look for some plants. Alright guys, so we found our first plant. There's a few things I want to go over before we actually harvest this plant. Now, when you find a plant in the wild and you want to eat it, you need to check for 3 things, alright? Any bird poo on it, because quite frankly you don't want to be eating bird poo, any other kind of animal poo, and then insect bites. So if there's any insects living in the plant or around the plant, so if there's any evidence of bug activity, you want to leave it and move on to the next one, because that won't be very tasty. Alright, so what we have here is called Urtica dioica, more commonly known as the stinging nettle. Now some of you will actually know this is quite edible, but there's a couple things you have to know before you harvest it. Now, the part that stings you is on the top. Now there's 2 ways you can neutralise that. The main way is with heat, but there's 2 ways you can apply that heat. One is with your body heat, and we'll go over that in a minute when I actually eat it. But the other way is if you have a fire going, you can run it through the hot water or over the steam, and that heat will actually neutralise the stinging agent. So that's alright. But we're going to eat this one like it is now. We haven't got a fire. So here goes. What you want to do is pick from the bottom of the leaf, because the stinging part isn't on that bit. And then what you want to do is fold it in on itself, so the stinging parts aren't on the outside, so when you bite into it, it doesn't hurt. But also, as you chew it, it will then be neutralised by your own body heat. So here goes. Oh, I didn't fold it enough. Got a big sting on my tongue, but it'll be fine. I mean, it's not the tastiest, but you can stick it in a soup, boil them up. They're usually quite nice, but you know, if you're stuck with no food and you need energy, that's one of your best bets. Just for a close-up of the plant, because you probably couldn't see it as well from up there, but this is what the stinging nettles look like. I'm sure you all know what they look like, but for those that don't, here's what they look like. And if you want to pick them, again, the stinging part is on the top here. So what you want to do, again, is fold it inwards and pick from the bottom of the leaf, because as I said, the stinging parts aren't on there. Oh, I've got a bit of a sting, but it was off one of the other leaves, but you know, it's all good. I'm not going to eat it again because it wasn't very tasty, but there you go. Alright guys, apologies about the weird angle, but I don't have a tripod, so you currently set up a tree. But here we have our second flower. This is known as a taraxacum flower, but you'll probably more commonly know it as a dandelion. So there we go. Now the flowering part I don't believe is too edible. I think you can cook with it and make it into wine and things like that, like dandelion and burdock, which is quite nice. It smells very sweet as well. Attracts lots of bees though. Lovely. But what we're after are the leaves of the plant. Now, you can find them close to the stem. Now let's check for any insect activity. I don't see none. Oops, stinging nettles. Alright, so there's the leaf of the taraxacum. What we want to do is we can just eat that. They're better cooked. It takes the bitterness out, but you can eat them raw. Now the older the plant, the more bitter it is. What you want really is sort of flat leaves, and that will have a less bitter taste. It means it's newer, but again, this is still edible and we can eat it. It just won't taste very nice. Tastes like bitter salad. Alright, there's that one. Alright then guys, Here we have a plant known as Rubus fruticosus, more commonly known as brambles. You'll find these anywhere. They're easily identifiable, they're usually covered in thorns and they're very painful to touch. In the summer, these will usually be covered in berries. Right, now that's a good source of food, but at the moment we're just coming into spring, so we don't have any of that. But what we do have on the brambles are these little shoots just by the thorns, where the leaves come out, the main part. So what you want to do is snap that off, and then, see these bits here? Them bits there. And what you want to do, peel back all the leaves and thorns. Right, and what you're left with is this sort of green pith bit in the middle. This bit here. Alright, now that is full of energy. That is really good. You know what? That actually tastes quite nice as well. So if you gather enough of them, make something quite nice. Right guys, I've managed to actually find some Trametes versicolor actually growing on the wood, so I thought I'd show you guys that, seeing as I spoke about it earlier. But yeah, here we go. So here's the Trametes versicolor growing on some hardwood. There you go. You can see why they call it versicolor, because it displays a few different colours. Yeah, but this is more commonly known, what I didn't mention before, as turkey tail, because it kind of looks like a turkey tail. I don't imagine it tastes like it though. Alright guys, bit of an added extra for you. It's not one of the 5 edible foods, but it is however an edible. Now this type of mushroom is called a Trametes versicolor. Now you'll find these on various hardwoods around the British Isles. They've got to be dead and they have to be there a while, so it's any kind of rotting wood. Things generally you might find some sort of moss on, decomposing wood piles, things like that. Now, so these grow on hardwood, so they're sapotrophic, something like that. I've probably got the name wrong, but anyway, Trametes versicolor. Now, I found these a couple of weeks back and I've been letting them dry on the radiator. So what I'm going to do tonight when the sun goes down, and I'll keep you guys updated on that, I'm going to grind these up, mash them right up with a pestle and mortar, and then I'm going to stick them in water and then bring the water to the boil. Now that will take out all the things in this mushroom. That will then make mushroom tea. Now, one of the advantages of these mushrooms in tea is they're full of antioxidants and they massively boost your immune system. So if anyone's worried about the coronavirus and all these things going on at the moment, all I've got to say is just keep your immune system up and follow social distancing. But these mushrooms be a massive help towards that. So if you ever find any and you're sure you can positively identify them, now you have to be really careful. If you go mushroom hunting and you're not sure on what the mushroom is, take some pictures and get someone to identify it. Then go back later and pick it once you've identified it. There's no point picking mushrooms you can't eat or use. It's not good for the environment. Don't pick it if you're not going to eat it. Cool. Alright guys, so we found some Gallius aperine, right, more commonly known as goose grass, or to me and you, we'll know it as sticky weed. You know the stuff that sticks to you when you go on a walk? Well, that's this stuff here. Now, this you can't really eat raw. I mean, you can eat the shoots raw, but they're not very nice and they're very fibrous. So what you want to do is cook them really. You can take the shoots and that, roast them up, make coffee with them, things like that. They're not too bad when they're cooked apparently. I won't be taking this because I haven't got a fire going right now and I don't fancy it. But sticky weed, very edible when cooked. So there's one to look out for as well. So I just want to say I spent like an hour looking for this fucking sticky weed and boom, as soon as I come off the field, loads. This is all sticky weed. You might not be able to see it as well, but all of it, sticky weed. Goose grass, man. Lots of it. Alright guys, now for the last and most important wild edible that you'll find in the British Isles. Now this one, alright, it's really rare, but I've managed to find some, alright? Now you want to be careful with this one. You can eat it raw or you can cook it, but it's really rare. So when you find it, you're going to be happy, trust me. Alright, let's have a look in this tree. I think it should be in here, mate. Let's have a look, see if we can find it. Boom! Yes, mate. Just what I've been looking for all day, mate. They grow in the wild, yeah, but they're really rare. Shit. We need a tin opener. Fuck. Where am I going to get a tin opener? Mate, finding a tin opener in the wild, yeah? Next to impossible. They don't grow anywhere. Alright? It's fucking difficult to find, you know? But, I guess we've got to keep looking, innit? What? Fuck? Alright, let's be careful, yeah? Because it's got sharp edges, innit? Alright, but you want to be careful not to pull too hard when you pull it out of the ground. This is how you pick a tin opener. It's in perfect condition, no bugs have had it, but you want to watch out for those sharp edges, man. Alright, I'll let you guys know how the cooking goes with that one. That's a banging find, you know. Alright guys, well that's the end of the first video. I hope you enjoyed it. I did say in this video we were going to be looking at mushroom tea, but I have spoke about the mushrooms, but I feel like if I'm going to cook the mushrooms on camera and we're going to talk about mushrooms, I need to be a lot more clear on the dangers and what to look for in mushrooms and how to prepare them and stuff, because it could be a whole video in itself. But I'm thinking I'm going to film that tonight because I want to get this one uploaded as quick as I can. So but tonight I'm going to do the filming on some outdoor cooking, how to build a Dakota fire pit, which is a stealth fire, and we're going to prepare those mushrooms. So I'll have that video for you guys tomorrow, alright? But this one will be up tonight. If you liked it, like and subscribe. If not, go fuck yourself.